Hi guys, it's Shishkabobber1 coming right back at you with an all-new A Boom Beach video. Yes, today we are in rank 20. Sorry, I was out of town yesterday, so I didn't really have much chance to make a video or say anything, but we pushed up 2 ranks yesterday. We went from 19 into 20. Let's jump into the tech tree. Well, that's right, we went from 18 all the way to 20. We got the 19 and 20 chest. What happened? Well, what happened is we made our base a little bit dirty. So here's the deal. Like we were talking about last video, we were doubling down. We weren't going to get the rocket choppers, and yeah, we did not. And look at that, we're doing good. We're back on track, more or less. So what we did do, though, is we got to our building health, right? I mean, that was obviously the goal. Then once we were there, we'd already picked up the sky shield before that. I noticed a lot of players had shock blasters, but I didn't know which node they had. Did they have this, did they have the one that was by the rocket chopper, or did they have the sky shield node and they just made that a shock blaster? I didn't know. The one thing that was clear to me when I was doing all my hits, though, was shock blaster was really effective. So, after building health, I just went back and picked up shock blaster as well. So, we got shock blaster and sky shield. Because, you know, we can't beat the rocket choppers unless we can kill the rocket choppers, or at least kill some of the rocket choppers, right? So, that's pretty much the strategy. And it kind of worked. I mean, it slowed them down enough to open up, you know, the time window for us to work in and to win, essentially. Now, a lot of the rocket chopper players, the smart moves that they've made is they've picked up the extra troop damage underneath the sky shield node, and this gives them a total of 100 TD. Very effective on rocket chopper hits, and it helps them keep going. The only players I've really had trouble with are the ones that have that extra TD node with the rocket chopper hits. Those guys can still rock me. Also, players that do well with rocket choppers, again, they need that TD. They really, really do. But there's a lot of value with critters, okay? I like critters too. It's one of those things I really want to get, because that's part of this video, is like, where do I go next? It's certainly one of the options that I'm considering, but that's not where we're going to go. But for RC players, I think it makes a lot of sense, because it lets you continue to use RCs for longer. You know, you can use critters defensively, which is great. You can also use them offensively, like to maybe chew down an ER. The only problem with that is most RC players right now still don't have the old shock bombs way back here near the end of the rabbit hole in 2ER. So that makes the whole critter shock potential, well, you know, not really possible. So it does reduce some of the value of critters. But that being said, the real value of critters is for the RC players, because it lets them hit further. It lets them go further before they fizzle. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of value there for the RC players, but we are not RC. So because of that, we aren't going to do that. Basically, again, the problem I'm still having, like I mentioned, there are some players with rocket choppers that can still take my base. So what do I need to do? I need to make sure they can't. How do I do that? Oh, well, we talked about it last video. Boom cannon. So I think we're just going to stick with the plan, and we're going to keep going forward. So that means I need to pick up the gunboat energy. In fact, we can do that right now. I've got a chest right here to claim. There we go. And because that was the point. Like I didn't know what to necessarily get on this chest, so I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, you know what? This is also a good time to make a video. So let's talk about the virtue of this path. Like the different options I could have right now. Obviously, I could go TD. That would be very strong. That would help my hits in terms of my time. I'm definitely getting that node, okay? It's TD. It might even be a mistake to skip it right now, so I'm not even 100% sure. Now there's DBD beneath the Grens, and that would be nice too. That can help us stop rocket choppers, but not really. See, the thing about TD is, like, the things that really kill rocket choppers right now are the cannons, okay? That's a one-shot either way, so TD doesn't help. It will help with the single shock blaster that I have, and to a lesser extent with the machine guns, but the rocket choppers still just don't take that much damage with the machine guns by and large. So I don't see a lot of particular value on DBD. Not only that, but as we keep going forward to boom cannons, there's another DBD node in our path, so we're going to pick one up regardless. So that really devalues that choice under the Grenadiers for me. Now, if I had rocket launchers or something, which I met one of those players, guys. I met a guy with max rockets yesterday up in rank 20. I beat him. It was a nasty base, though. And we both had pretty slow times. His was just way slower. But it was nasty, is my point. And he had one DBD node already, so that was, ugh. It was brutal. I should mention, so I'm drinking my morning coffee too here. Notice my bullet, ladies and gentlemen. Rank 1. Now, I don't recommend rank 1 bullet. It was just because, you know, like I was a miser. Because, you know, we've got, where is it? We've got maximum, I don't know if this one's peanut butter or jelly. We'll call it peanut butter. We've got maximum peanut butter, and we got maximum jelly. So look at that. Yeah, we got maximum barrage and artillery is what I'm really saying. So that took a lot of tokens, so much so that we had to sacrifice from old Bully. Now, we do have a few tokens we can spend right now, too. That's another thing to consider. We did put 2 ticks into the med kit super reluctantly, but we've seen more mines out there. And I mean, I need more ways to mitigate mine damage on my bombardiers. So we've forked out a little under 200k tokens to get the rank 3 medkit, and that gives us some GBE options other than barrage and artillery as we're walking through minefields. So that was pretty necessary. More necessary than bullet, in fact. The trick with bullet is I just obviously run taunt, and I just need him up near the end of the hit. Like, he needs to be up while the shock blaster's still up. It really depends on the hit, but basically, just watch bullet. And I mean, if he's taking damage, taunt. It's as simple as that. So you can still survive with the rank 1 bullet as long as you keep an eye on him, okay? But he's not really that crucial to the hits. That's why he's rank 1. But I do really want to rank him up. It's not that he's not worth ranking up. It's just that I've had other things that were better, you know? And I'm still kind of in this position because no matter where I go, I'm thinking 2 things. I'm thinking I either want troop damage or I want gunboat energy. And no matter which way I go, we're going to have to spend tokens in that. So, bullet, you're probably on the back burner still. You know what? I don't even know yet. Let's just jump into an attack. Why don't we do that? Because I still don't know. It's between these 2 nodes. I really want to go forward, though. But the only thing I'm trying to figure out is if I go forward, at what point do I want to get that troop damage? Because I don't want to miss that troop damage. It's nice. It's super nice. It might even be like a 10-second improvement on my times. I don't know. Yeah, and speaking of times, I'm getting, well, it's kind of variable. Depends on the base. But, like, 240 and above, I'd say, are the times I'm getting. I can get faster. I can even get up to maybe like a 250 on some of these bases. 250 remaining. But, yeah, generally 240 and above, I'm pretty happy with. A lot of it has to do with how well the opponent hits my base. I mean, there's some opponents I just can't beat. I mean, if they're a really good rocket chopper player, they've got the troop damage, and especially if they got the critters, they're probably going to beat me. Okay, this guy's a 50, 40, 50. So he's got DBD. Now, this is going to hurt insofar as that he's also got flamethrowers. Okay. Oh, by the way, the name of the game with barrage and artillery, when they're maxed, is 3-3 to take out an ER. 3 barrage, 3 artillery. So, we're looking to take the one in the back corner more than likely. The key here is just how we delay, how we stagger our bombardiers. We really got to keep an eye on bullet because of the extra damage out there. And there are a heck of a lot of mines. So, you're going to see all the tech getting put to work. He's got double shock blaster. This one's deep. We can't really Hail Mary safely till this one's down. Okay. I'm going to do a high drop of... let's just see what I do. Here we go. So we drop rifles over here just to have them approach at a different angle. And I'm going to drop some down here. Once we're at the flamethrower, we've got to taunt it. Taunting, because I brought the shock mine. More rifles. We'll taunt. Bullets out in front. I don't want him taking too much damage. This face hurts. Taunt again. Let's get one ER out. 1, 2, 3 barrage. 1, 2, 3 artillery. Taunt. Cycle that taunt. Taunt's getting expensive. flare the shock blaster. It needs to go. Taunt. Shoot, we didn't get it taunted. Yikes! This is a loss. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Well, what an amazing opening hit, ladies and gentlemen. It was going good there. Just, really just lost it at the last second, you know? I don't even know why we bother, but, you know, maybe the guy did really horribly. No, he didn't do this bad. We'll have one Bombardier for the clinch. So, yeah. Yeah. Hopefully your season's been going well. I don't know. I know it's kind of a... People are at a weird spot right now. There's been a lot of people just stacking up around ranks like 19 and 20. I think a lot of the tech is kind of normalizing right now. Well, yeah, and people like me caught up too. Oh, wow. Well, yeah. Oh, geez. That guy's a 22 and he got a 230? That is not a good time, ladies and gentlemen. Not from a 22. Let's see what they did. Okay, Bombardiers, yeah. Darn it, though. Darn it. We could have had that, guys. We really could have. We were so close. Like, if Bullet had been upgraded a little bit, probably would have lived. Or if he would have been like one tile closer when I got that last taunt off, it would have taunted the shock blaster, and that it would have remained taunted while Bullet was dead. That would have been an 8-second window. When I flared it, remember I Hail Married that shock blaster. If it had been taunted, we wouldn't have lost all those Bombardiers. But we still would have lost a bunch on the mines. Yeah, I don't know. That was awfully close, basically. If I guess basically if Bullet had been upgraded, it would have been fine, because then I wouldn't have had to force the Hail Mary, and then they wouldn't have necessarily run over those mines like that. So yeah, that was really a product of Bullet being rank 1. I mean, I'm sure there's something I could have done a little differently, but I thought I did play it pretty well, right up until the end. Anyway, I mean, it's discouraging, but it's encouraging. Because, I mean, first of all, I only lost 3 stars. Second of all, we could have had that. That would have been like 17. Let's do another one. Yeah, you know, I'm trying to figure out which way, like, which stat I want to go. Like, do I really feel like I need that troop damage? That's what I'm trying to ascertain right now. Do I need, like, in other words, if people can beat my base, like, consistently, and at sort of consistent times, and let's say that time is only 5 seconds above me, like, let's say they're consistently hitting me at 245, then if that's the case, then picking up a node like troop damage is absolutely going to help, because like I told you guys, I can do like 240 usually. That's kind of a par. And if I assume I can get 10 seconds out of troop damage, that puts that 240 up to a 250, which will be the 245. So this is what I'm trying to figure out right now. It's kind of the way I approach warships too, is like, I have to take a pulse, you know? And it's important to do that so you can, you know, maintain a tech edge. But you can never lose sight of the long-term plan, and we're not. Long-term plan is that final BH. Okay, anyway, let's focus on this attack. This guy's a 50-80, so he's probably got rocket choppers, probably going to hit us pretty fast because he's got both of those troop damage nodes. And if he was really economizing, he has them both at 40%, but I doubt it. He's probably got one at 50 and one at 30. Anyway, so this one's going to split a little weird on me. It's going to split very weird on me. Okay, let's do something like this. I hope and I pray that that boat of Bombardiers on the left stays left when this is all down here in the front. And then everyone else goes right. That's a big hope. I don't think they're all going to go right. I think they're all going to go left. Well, it worked. It worked. Alrighty. Just keep an eye on Bullet around in the corner. In fact, just go ahead and taunt. I don't trust that shock blaster. Do not trust it. I would kill for a shock. But we don't have one because we didn't go the rabbit hole. It'll be fine. 1, 2, 3 barrage. 1, 2, 3 artillery. Shock blaster needs to go, and then it's Hail Mary time. Hail Mary. With a barrage, watching GBE. 1 artillery, 2 artillery. Flare in hand. Flaring. Taunt before we hit the shock mine. And artillery. And boom! Just like that, 244. But did we win? Probably not, because this guy's got the troop damage. Yeah, 256. And you see, assuming a 10-second margin, that wouldn't even get me the win. Let's take a quick look at his hit, because, you know, I would have just had a 254 if I was 10 seconds faster. Oh, Seeker guy. This is the second Seeker hit I've seen. First guy fizzled. He ran into my field of mines. Yeah, right after this ER goes down. How does he handle it? Oh, his Seekers split back. He was lucky. Because these Seekers split back, they didn't all run through those mines. Had those Seekers not gone back, they would have all died. So that's how he did it. A little bit of luck, sir. Or maybe it was skill. Maybe you knew the timing on that was going to work out that way, but I doubt it. It's okay. I was pretty lucky on my drop, too. So, you know, I'll take it. I mean, we set up our drop in a way that would try to enable that outcome, but did I really think that was going to happen? Not really. I thought there was like a 40% chance it was going to work out. So, waiting in the queues. Yeah, you know, I was going to try pushing up into 21 last night, actually, because I had some good momentum, but I was out of town over the last day or so, and I just didn't have a lot of time, and I was tired. I just needed to go to sleep. Queues took too long. Okay, this guy's also got the 100 GD. We see a trend, ladies and gentlemen. I was afraid of that, but I knew yesterday already. This is what I saw for the couple of players that had it. They were doing well, so clearly the message is out. Okay, this guy's base is a little bit different, but it's alright. Doesn't look too bad for us at all. Defensively, like there's not a lot going on here. And yeah, let's go. I'm going to start with the drop on the right, because ultimately this is the one that we're going to be waiting on. So always start with the thing that takes longer. We're going to drop 4 on the right, because again, that's the one we're going to be waiting on. We just need 1 bombardier to take care of all this. We'll give him a rifle, though, because there's a bunch of mortars there. I have a feeling these mines in the middle need to go. Nah, the rifles might get it. Let's drop that last boat of rifles. Oh man, we got 2 bombardiers straying off. That's actually okay. They could use a little extra DPS over there. Oh man, I should have taken it. How many are we going to lose? 2? Yeah, whatever. Okay. There we go. 3 barrage, 3 artillery. We may not even need... well, no, the shock blaster will go down. I was going to say, we may not need to take it down before we start our Hail Marys, but it's alright. It'll go down. It'll go, and hail. Had to make sure both were done. The shock blaster and the ER on the left. 2 barrage. Just rain that artillery. Oh, and maybe the flare. Yeah, whatever. 252! Like I said, I knew we were going to rock this base, but I bet they hit me harder. Oh yeah, they did. And again, plus 10, not going to matter. Let's take a look at their hit. Now, I'm assuming plus 10. Chicken told me it helped his times out about that much when he got the troop damage. He's at 90%, and he was referring to bombardier hits. So I'm just kind of basing it off of what he was saying there, but I think that's a pretty fair estimate, by and large. I mean, most of the time is still travel time on these hits, you know? Just walking from the landing craft all the way to the ERs, you know? That takes time. Oh, Bullet took the minefield for him a little bit, too. Now, that was smart, too. Yeah, you've got to deal with these mines in some form or fashion, because they hurt. But that was really smart. He got Bullet in there to eat a few of those. And so this is the other consideration as well, ladies and gentlemen. It's these Seekers. So not only do I need to beat rocket choppers, I need to beat freaking Seekers right now. Troop damage can do that for me? No, it's not. I highly doubt it, because my base has to be more defensive before I can slow the Seekers down. Now, it's possible we could do a better base design. That's highly possible. But do I think there's enough potential to bring it into the margin that we need in order to operate? No, I don't. No, I don't. A decent Seeker player can probably wreck right now. The only thing I've really got going for me are shock mines. Now, these are not too well positioned for Seekers. I mean, they're not too horrible either. We could definitely do a little bit of redesign. We'll definitely need to do a little bit of redesigning because obviously, clearly, Seekers were never incorporated into the design of this, at least not initially. I'm talking a lot because I'm just trying to figure out what to do. So basically, based on what I've seen on these hits, I don't think troop damages are the answer right now because that's not going to help me stop the Seekers. That just delays my progress forward. What things help me stop Seekers? Well, the obvious, shock launchers, but, we're not going back there. Flamethrowers would help. They would definitely help. They're even more of an incentive, though, after we cross that DBD, because then they're just even spicier. So I still feel like it's not time for flamethrowers quite yet, but they are a darn good option. Now, one thing we do have that a lot of players don't are these stupid mines. Remember I was talking about the stupid mines so much last video? They were a bad choice at the time. Now, though, they do fit synergistically with my other choice set. But that's also because I made my choices in such a way that there was synergy. So my point is that's good. Like when people hit my base, especially if they're running Seekers, they're on the ground, mines are bad. And if people are running Bombardiers, mines are also bad. The only thing they're not good against is rocket choppers, but we know, or we hope, they will slowly be phasing out, okay? But yeah, now it's the darn Seekers we really got to contend with. That's the new variable in all of this. And that's why it's important to do some hits, right? Yeah, thinking live, right? Yeah, you know what? Screw it. GBE, unlock it. Now, in terms of spending, we have got to give Bullet some love. We really do. Like, he needs to see. Now, here's the thing. So now that I've made my decision for GBE, I just did it because we need to go forward, okay? Now, the question is, how valuable is GBE to me? See, I chose GBE not for GBE in itself. I chose it because of where it leads to. So what that means is I've got a little bit of tokens to play with. Bullet needs some freaking love, okay? Here's one upgrade. Do I want to do another one? Yeah. I mean, I don't need that much GBE. It's not the GBE I'm waiting on in the hits, right? In the hits that I'm doing, I'm always waiting for that shot. Generally, I'm waiting for the deepest shock blaster to go down before I Hail Mary. Now, the only thing GBE can do to help me on that is to help me actually take it out so I don't have to wait on it. But in order to do that, it's 2 Barrage, 1 Artillery, I think. And that's pretty darn expensive after just dropping 3 and 3. Yeah, he's got 30k health. Or I could do 1 Barrage, 3 Artillery. Yeah, that's probably the cheaper way to go. 1 Barrage, 3 Artillery at that point. So that would be the 4th Barrage and the 4th, 5th, and 6th Artillery. Yikes. 10, 16, 22, 28. It's 28 on that Barrage. 3, 5, 7. Then it's 33 for the Artillery altogether. Oh man, what's that? 61 GBE? That's a bit to cough up, but it's quite possible because that node in and of itself contains 26. Anyway, yeah. So we got Bullet. Did we get him up to rank 3? Yeah, we did. No, we didn't. Let's do it. Because, let's look at the virtues. He's going to get more health. He's going to get more damage. Pretty good amount of damage, in fact. That's like 25% damage increase. I don't really care about Taunt going up a rank. This does open up the E-Drink option a bit, just for a little bit of DPS, but we'll probably still run Taunt, quite frankly. Let's just do it. I know we need to get him upgraded. I mean, it's Season of Bullet, right? I think now's a good time to do it. And then we can just dump into GBE, I think, with our remainder. In terms of saving, I mean, now we're saving for 6, so we really have tokens to spend while we save. We do want to open this DBD right after 6ER. So we'll want to keep that in mind as we are approaching it. But that's a lot of keys between us and that right now. Oh, that's right. We've got this node on the way to the boom cannon. Well, I mean, we know what it's going to be for us, 2 cannons. And quite frankly, that's not a bad choice right now because it's also going to help us, take care of rocket choppers, which are kind of fading out. It's more Seekers we care about. But that's still more junk popping at the Seekers, too. So we like the cannon right now. Yeah, looking good. Oh, forgot to upgrade the GB. So let's do that. I think we'll jump into one more hit and then call it a wrap. See how it plays out now. A little more GBE. We're rocking 70% GBE. Maximum barrage and artillery. Yeah, I'm really curious. Let me know in the comments like how you guys are doing this season, especially you rocket chopper players. Like, what are you thinking right now? I want to get into your heads because, I want to beat you guys. So tell me, what are you thinking? What are you concerned about? What scares you? What keeps you awake at night? Because I want to put more of that on my base. Okay, let's see. We got a 50-90 player. Yeah, everybody got the memo on the troop damage. But that troop damage is also great for Seekers, guys. So there's a lot of synergy in going troop damage and then going critters, because that also helps your rocket chopper hits. And then when you've got critters, well, heck, you might as well pick up Seekers. I mean, I see that as a very viable path for a lot of players, for sure, for sure. Okay, let's focus on this hit. Yep, standard stuff, guys. Okay. Now, watch how I do these hits. The whole key is, like you saw me do it in the last one, just basically taking one boat of bombardiers to take care of this and have everyone split over here to the right. It's as simple as this. Get bullet going here. 1, 2, 3, 4 bombardiers down this side, 1 bombardier over here, and a rifle. Should have put the rifle in the middle so it could distract this one. This one might hit bombardiers. We might have to med kit. Put the rifle more to help start taking care of the shock mines. Drop the next rifle. We dodged it. We dodged the mortar. And drop the final rifle. Things look good for now. 1, 2, 3 barrage. 1, 2, 3 artillery. We said it was 65 GB to take care of the shock blaster, I think. But we're going to free clear it anyway. And I got to get some stuff down before I Hail Mary, Just start laying into this one in the corner. There's 2 barrage going into it. Need the shock blaster down. Probably could have flared it. Okay, let's start flaring. Artillery on the one in the corner. Flare in hand. Flaring. Arting. Yeah, I could see where the GBE is going to help us take out that shock blaster. But, we'll get it. We'll get it on the next chest. Because there's enough room to do that. Hey, we tied. Let's take a look at this opponent's hit. Rocket chopper. Yeah, so yeah, a good way to hit this base, most bases, like I guess your rocket chopper players are figuring out, is a lot of times just barting out the cannons, the stuff that can hurt you, and then just basically free clear. He has to kind of charge the protected shock blaster, and it does some work. That's why we protected it. But he'll get through it. Bullets going through the minefield of fun. Yeah, you know what happens from here. So, yeah. Guess we're going to be doing some farming. Wait for another farming video. Because we got a lot of keys to go. We still need 97 more keys before we're even at 6 CR. And when we do get to 6 CR, are we going to just open it right away? Probably. We'll probably just open 6 CR directly. That's definitely a video. I'll probably have one between now and then, but we'll see. No promises. Anyway, hope you guys have a super fantastic, awesome rest of your day. And remember, like always, be kind to others. Because if you're not, you're just being mean, and mean people suck. Take care.